Oh yeah, we got a really fantastic English lesson for you today with Harry Potter. So I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I think it's probably one of the best stories of all time, and it's really great for learning languages. In fact, the first ever book that I read in Spanish was Harry Potter, and I even read the final book in German. The scene that we have for you to learn with today is a really iconic one from the first movie where Harry, Ron, and Hermione meet for the first time ever. So I really want you to pay attention to the language used here. It's really great for learning how to make a proper introduction in English, for having a good first conversation, and especially for how to be polite when you speak in English. Plus, you're going to learn a bunch of British pronunciation, connected speech, magic-related vocabulary, and even a little bit of slang. So if you are new here, every single week we help learners like you be able to understand fast-speaking natives without getting lost, without missing the jokes, and without subtitles. So if you want to be able to do that too, then I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button and the bell down below to not miss a single one of our new lessons. Now it's time to head over to the Hogwarts Express.
Excuse me, do you mind? Everywhere else is full. Not at all. I'm Ron, by the way. Ron Weasley. I'm Harry Potter. So it's true. I mean, do you really have the what? The scar. Oh, yeah. Wicked.
Anything off the trolley, dears?
No, thanks. I'm all set. We'll take the lot. Whoa. Excuse me, do you mind? Everywhere else is full. Not at all.
Ron shows us a great way to be polite here. Other than saying, "Excuse me," "Do you mind" is a common way to formally make a request. It simply means, "Does it bother you?" To make it even more polite, we often change it to the conditional tense, "Would you mind?" Example, "Would you mind lending me a pencil? Mine just broke."
I need to ask you a few questions.
Anything, my boy, anything.
Would you mind identifying this wand? We need to know if it's safe to use.
Excuse me, do you mind? Everywhere else is full. Not at all.
Harry shows us the perfect polite response to the request. Not at all. Not at all means that there is a 0% chance of something. So he is saying that he does not mind, not even a little bit. Example, "It's not supposed to rain at all this weekend."
Excuse me, do you mind? Everywhere else is full. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I'm Ron, by the way. Ron Weasley. I'm Harry Potter.
Ron forgot to introduce himself before making this request. "By the way" is a polite way to add extra information, used in both formal and informal contexts. We actually hear this a couple times used by Ron in this scene.
I'm Ron, by the way. Ron Weasley. I'm Harry. I've got Dumbledore. I got about 6 of him. This is Scabbers, by the way. Pathetic, isn't he? Just a little bit.
In text messaging, this will often be shortened to the acronym BTW, although we would not actually say the acronym in spoken English. You can learn some more texting acronyms in the recent lesson we did with the Men in Black movies.
I'm Harry Potter. So it's true. I mean, do you really have the what? The scar. Oh, yeah.
A scar is a permanent mark left by an injury. Harry is famous for having survived the most powerful wizard in the world, Lord Voldemort's, attempt to kill him. However, he was left with a scar in the shape of a lightning bolt, which makes him easily recognizable. Hey, do you enjoy being able to understand natives in movies like this? Well, we created our premium course, Fluent with Friends, to help you to understand fast-speaking natives without subtitles, and you can get a free taste of that right now with our 3-part mini course. Simply click up here or down in the description below to learn more and sign up now.
Do you really have the what? The scar. Oh. Yeah. Wicked.
At this point, Ron changes a bit his polite tone to a more friendly, casual one. He uses the slang wicked, which is especially common in the UK. It is similar to the American awesome. Both mean that something is really great.
Eternal glory. That is what awaits the student who wins the Triwizard Tournament.
Wicked.
Wicked. Anything off the trolley, dears?
A trolley is the wheeled cart that we see the woman pushing. Dear is an endearing term which is used mostly by women, especially when speaking with children.
From Belgium. Mrs. Weasley.
Good to see you, dear.
Good to see you too.
Now you've got everything neat.
Yep.
Yes, all of your books.
Yeah, it's all upstairs.
And all of your clothes.
Everything's there.
Good boy.
Thank you.
Anything off the trolley, dears?
No thanks. I'm all set.
All set means that you have had enough of something. You don't need any more. In the USA, another common colloquial way to say this is I'm good.
We'll take the lot.
Whoa.
Harry then says that he would like to buy the lot. I'm sure you know that when we collocate the article a with lot, it means a large quantity of something. Well, when instead we add the article the to lot, it means the whole quantity, all of it. Example: if you like dogs so much, you may as well adopt the whole lot.
Bertie bought every flavour beans.
They mean every flavour. There's chocolate and peppermint, and there's also spinach, liver and tripe. George sweared he got a bogey flavoured one once. These aren't real frogs, are they? It's just a spell. Besides, it's the cards you want. Each pack's got a famous witch or wizard. I got about 500 myself. Watch it! Oh, that's rotten luck. I've only got one good jump in them to begin with. I've got Dumbledore. I got about 6 of him.
Hey, he's gone.
Well, you can't expect him to run around all day, can you?
Bertie bought every flavour beans.
They mean every flavour.
At this point, we are introduced to an interesting treat in the wizarding world. Bertie bots every flavor beans. You may know of beans as a type of legume that can be red, black, white, etc. However, there's also a popular candy with a variety of flavors called jelly beans, seen here. However, as Ron points out, these Bertie botch jelly beans have literally every flavor, including strange and disgusting ones.
There's chocolate and peppermint, and there's also spinach, liver and tripe. George sweared he got a bogey flavoured one once.
Spinach is a leafy green vegetable. Liver is the organ in the digestive system that filters food into nutrients the body can actually use. People also eat different animals' livers, although it is an unpopular option for food among many, especially children. Tripe is another word for sheep's stomach, which is also a dish that some people enjoy. Bogey is a British slang for boogers, which are the hardened pieces of mucus from the nose. In the USA, the equivalent would be boogies. And at the end of the movie, we see Dumbledore eat a bean he claims tastes like earwax, the substance you find inside your ear.
Ah, Bertie bots every flavour beans. I was most unfortunate in my youth to come across a vomit-flavoured one. And since then, I'm afraid I've lost my liking for them. But I think I could be safe with a nice toffee. Alas, earwax.
These aren't real frogs, are they? It's just a spell. It's just a spell. It's just a spell. Besides, it's the card you want. Each pack's got a famous witch or wizard.
As you can imagine, Harry Potter is full of vocabulary related to magic. A spell is a group of words used as a magical charm or incantation. In the wizarding world, they use wands to cast spells, or to cause them to take effect.
I'll fight you. Neville, I'm really, really sorry about this. Petrificus totalis.
So in this case, some wizard used magic to make the frog appear alive.
Each pack's got a famous witch or wizard.
A pack is a small paper or cardboard box and the items inside of it. For example, a pack of cigarettes or a pack of cards.
Each pack's got a famous witch or wizard. I've got about 500 myself.
Ron says me-self instead of myself, which is grammatically incorrect, but common in some British dialects.
Now I remember when I first met you all. Suppose you remind me of myself a little.
Watch it. Oh, that's rotten luck. I've only got one good jump in them to begin with.
Rotten means that something has decayed. For example, a fruit or eggs that are no longer edible, or one's teeth. However, here Ron uses it as a slang, meaning very bad.
Oh, that's rotten luck. I've only got one good jump in them to begin with.
He says they have one good jump in them, which really just means that the magical frogs only live long enough to jump one time. However, we can use this construction in other contexts too. For example, this computer has got about 1 good year left in it before I have to get rid of it.
I've got Dumbledore. I got about 6 of him.
Hey, he's gone.
Well, you can't expect him to run around all day. Well, you can't expect him to run around all day. Well, you can't expect him to run around all day, can you?
Hang around is a phrasal verb meaning to spend time or wait somewhere. Example, they really like to hang around at that cafe during their break.
This is Scabbers, by the way. Pathetic, isn't he? Just a little bit. Fred gave me a spell that's to turn him yellow. Want to see?
Yeah.
Son?
Has anyone seen a toad? A boy named Neville's lost one.
No.
Oh, are you doing magic? Let's see then.
Sunshine, daisies, buttermellow. Turn this stupid fat rat yellow.
Are you sure that's a real spell? Well, it's not very good, is it? Of course, I've only tried a few simple ones myself, but they've all worked for me.
This is Scabbers, by the way. Pathetic, isn't he? Just a little bit. Fred gave me a spell that's to turn him yellow. Want to see?
In this case, to turn is to change the state of something, causing it to become something else or look different. Example, the weather has suddenly turned cold. So, to turn something or somebody yellow is to make it become a yellow color. In this case, Ron is talking about making his rat look yellow by magic. However, in the real world, you could easily hear this collocation in everyday situations. Example, she decided to turn the Easter eggs blue. His hair turned gray. Also, you may hear turn with the preposition to or into with the same meaning. Example, here they turn milk into butter.
Fred gave me a spell that's to turn him yellow. Want to see?
Yeah.
Son?
Has anyone seen a toad?
A toad is an animal similar to a frog, as seen here. Different from frogs, toads don't live as much in the water or in wet environments.
A boy named Neville's lost one.
No.
Oh, are you doing magic? Let's see then.
In fantasy stories such as Harry Potter, doing magic refers to performing an action of magical nature, like casting a spell. Remember, we say wizards do magic, not make magic. Here, Ron is trying to cast a spell with his wand by saying the words,
Sunshine, daisies, butter, mellow, turn this stupid fat rat yellow.
As in many other cases seen in fantasy stories, this particular spell sounds like a short rhyme. That is, a short poem with words that sound similar. Sunshine is the sun's light. Daisies are a type of flower. Mellow is an adjective for something that is pleasantly smooth or soft. Although usually we would say mellow butter, for the poetic purposes of the spell, they are switched to create a rhyme between mellow and yellow. Hey, if you're enjoying this lesson with Harry Potter, then after you finish it, I really recommend you check out this interview with Emma Watson, who played Hermione Granger on Harry Potter. You'll find that up here and down in the description below.
Are you sure that's a real spell? Well, it's not very good, is it? Of course, I've only tried a few simple ones myself, but they've all worked for me. For example, Oculus Reparo. That's better, isn't it? Holy cricket! You're Harry Potter! I'm Hermione Granger. And you are?
Ron Weasley.
Pleasure. You two better change into your robes. I expect we'll be arriving soon. You've got dirt on your nose, by the way. Did you know? Just there. For example, Oculus Reparo. That's better, isn't it? That's better, isn't it? That's better, isn't it? Holy cricket! You're Harry Potter!
A cricket is the insect seen here. Although this is not a common expression, holy cricket is an exclamation of surprise or excitement, similar to the more common holy cow.
I'm Hermione Granger. And you are?
Ron Weasley.
Pleasure.
Hermione responded to Ron by saying just the word pleasure, which is a polite collocation used in a conversation. This is a shorter way of saying the full sentence, "It's a pleasure to meet you." If someone says this to you, a polite way you can respond is, "The pleasure is mine."
Merlin's beard. You must be Harry Potter.
Yes, sir.
Great pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you too, sir.
Ron Weasley.
Pleasure.
Hermione is likely saying it with a bit of sarcasm, as we can see the clear look of disgust on her face when she sees Ron speak with his mouth full.
You two better change into your robes. I expect we'll be arriving soon.
To change in this context is to change clothes. If you change into a piece of clothing, you are taking off what you are currently wearing and putting on that particular piece of clothing.
I expect we'll be arriving soon.
When Hermione says she expects we'll be arriving soon, she means that she believes that they will be getting to their destination in a short time. Using expect in this way sounds more polite and formal than saying think or believe.
You've got dirt on your nose, by the way. Did you know? Just there.
Dirt is any substance that makes a surface not clean. So, for example, if there is dirt on something, there is dust, mud, or a stain on it.
Excuse me. Do you mind? Everywhere else is full. Not at all. I'm Ron, by the way. Ron Weasley.
I'm Harry Potter.
So it's true. I mean, do you really have the
what?
The scar?
Oh, yeah.
Wicked.
Anything off the trolley, dears?
No thanks. I'm all set. We'll take the lot. Whoa. Bertie Bott's every flavour beans? They mean every flavour. There's chocolate and peppermint, and there's also spinach, liver and tripe. George sweared he got a bogey flavoured one once. These aren't real frogs, are they? It's just a spell. Besides, it's the cards you want. Each pack's got a famous witch or wizard. I've got about 500 myself. Watch it! Oh, that's rotten luck. I've only got one good jump in them to begin with. I've got Dumbledore. I got about 6 of him. Hey, he's gone. Well, you can't expect him to run around all day, can you? This is Scabbers, by the way. Pathetic, isn't he? Just a little bit. Fred gave me a spell that's to turn him yellow. Want to see? Yeah. So...
Has anyone seen a toad? A boy named Neville's lost one.
No.
Oh, are you doing magic? Let's see then.
Sunshine, daisies, butter, mellow. Turn this stupid fat rat yellow.
Are you sure that's a real spell? Well, it's not very good, is it? Of course, I've only tried a few simple ones myself, but they've all worked for me. For example, Oculus Reparo. That's better, isn't it? Holy cricket! You're Harry Potter! I'm Hermione Granger. And you are?
Ron Weasley.
Pleasure. You two better change into your robes. I expect we'll be arriving soon. You've got dirt on your nose, by the way. Did you know? Just there.
If you enjoyed this video, support our channel by hitting that like button and subscribing below. Be sure to take your fluency to the next level with that mini course that I told you about. And I have a playlist here with all of our lessons teaching you with movies, plus another video that I think you'll really like. Now it's time to go beyond the classroom and live your English. Aw, yeah.